Hey Kookers! Welcome back to my channel, 2Kook. Today, we're going to discuss a topic that will make your hearts race. Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo have finally spoken up. After so long of their relationship being a mystery, will everything finally be revealed? Stay tuned, because this discussion will take your emotions on a roller coaster ride. First, let's take a moment to recall how Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo have always been in the spotlight. Since starring in the Untamed, their chemistry hasn't just been on screen, but also in real life. Every glance, every smile, even the silence between them, everything holds special meaning for their fans. But until now, both have chosen to remain silent. But now, everything has changed. In a recent interview, Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo appeared more open. There was a moment where they looked at each other, and for those who noticed, it wasn't just an ordinary glance. There was warmth, there was a connection that we've only been able to speculate about until now. What caused a stir was when Xiao Zhan answered a question about his relationship with Wang Yibo. He didn't immediately deny it or change the subject like he usually does. This time, a small smile spread across his face before he said, "Some things are better kept in the heart." Wang Yibo, sitting next to him, just lowered his head, but his expression, it was enough to make fans go wild. Wang Yibo also gave an intriguing answer. When asked if he still frequently contacts Xiao Zhan, he replied, "We have our own way of staying connected." What does that mean? Have they been maintaining communication all along without the public knowing? What's clear is that this interview proves their relationship is much deeper than we thought. Many assumed they had drifted apart after the Untamed ended. But the reality? They still have a strong bond, whether as friends, colleagues, or perhaps something more. Fans immediately reacted. Social media was flooded with new theories, and the hashtag Xiao Zhan Wang Yibo reunion trended. Some said it was a subtle admission, while others felt it was just a deep form of friendship. But one thing is certain. This interview sent chills down everyone's spine. As a die-hard fan of theirs, I felt the emotional vibe strongly. From the way they looked at each other, from the softer tone of their voices when mentioning each other's names, everything felt different from usual. This wasn't just an ordinary interview. It felt like a moment they had intentionally created to address all the lingering questions. And what's most exciting, could this be a sign they'll collaborate again? Imagine Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo reuniting on a project. It's no surprise it would break records. But whatever happens, the important thing is that their relationship remains strong. For those of you curious about the full details, keep watching the updates from K-pop World, because there every moment of this interview is revealed clearly. Who knows, there might be hidden moments that make us all even more certain about their relationship. I can't say much, but one thing is certain. Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo have their own story. And perhaps it's precisely this mystery that makes us all even more curious and even more in love with them. But wait, Kookers. There's one moment in the interview that truly surprised everyone. When the host asked about the most memorable moment during the filming of The Untamed, Wang Yibo suddenly paused for a moment, then in a low voice said, "Everything was special because there was someone who made every second meaningful." Xiao Zhan, sitting beside him, blushed immediately, and his reaction, it was truly unmistakable. If we look closer, there have actually been many small clues all along. For example, on several occasions, they wore similar or even identical accessories, whether it was bracelets, rings, or even matching outfit colors. Is this just a coincidence? Or is it intentionally a code for the fans? What makes it even more intriguing is the reaction of their close friends. Some artists close to Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo have been caught smiling to themselves when their names are mentioned together. Some even subtly tease during live streams, like saying, "You all know their relationship, right?" This makes us all even more eager to know the truth. On the other hand, stylists and crew members who have worked with them have also dropped hints. Some have said that behind the scenes, their chemistry never fades. They still often laugh together, joke around, and even sometimes appear protective of each other. So, even though they maintain a distance on camera, there is still a strong bond between them behind the scenes. I've also noticed that Wang Yibo has been mentioning Xiao Zhan's name a lot lately in various occasions. Back then, he tended to avoid talking about personal matters. Now, he seems more relaxed and open. Could this be a sign that he no longer wants to hide anything? Xiao Zhan is also no less intriguing. In his latest show, he once said, "There are people who come into our lives and leave an indelible mark." Many fans immediately connected this to Wang Yibo, given how close they've been since the Untamed. What makes it even more emotional is when netizens found an old interview clip of them. In it, Wang Yibo was asked, "What would be the first thing you'd do if you could meet Xiao Zhan right now?" His answer? Hug him. Meanwhile, when asked the same question, Xiao Zhan just smiled and said, "I'd say, finally, we're meeting again." This is truly heartwarming. What makes it even more interesting is that recently, a fan managed to compile rare moments of them over the past 3 years. From their body language, always leaning toward each other when in the same room, to how they instinctively look for each other in crowded events. These small details may seem trivial, but for those who have been following their journey, they are clear evidence that their bond has never truly faded. Have you ever noticed how Wang Yibo is always the first to support Xiao Zhan's projects? Whether it's through likes on social media or even quietly attending some important events. Xiao Zhan is the same. He always chooses the best words when asked about Wang Yibo. In an industry as competitive as this, having someone who consistently supports you for years is uncommon. Cookers. So, what does all this mean? Are they intentionally dropping subtle hints? Or are the fans overanalyzing every move they make? I believe that behind all the silence and smiles, there's something bigger, something that will eventually reveal itself on its own. So, what do you think is really going on between Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo? Is this the beginning of an official acknowledgement? Or just a deep form of friendship? Share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest updates from me. See you in the next video, Cookers. Stay loyal and stay curious, because in this world, there's nothing more exciting than uncovering the truth behind the relationship between these two most beloved celebrities. Love you all.